Hello everybody. This didn't just take me an hour and a half to set up, not at all. I've never done anything like this before, but for Nick, god damn it, I'll do it. So what I'm doing today is I'm recording mostly the screaming vocals for Nick and I's Unholy cover. So he asked me to do this like a few days ago, and I got excited, and I essentially started recording the vocals before I even received the cover. So what I did is I did all of the clean singing before Nick sent me his cover. So all the clean singing is already done. So what you're going to hear today is me recording all of the screaming vocals, and I'll kind of show you what I got going on here, because there's a lot of shit going on in this DAW right now. I use Reaper. It's okay, not a big deal, don't cry about it. So what I have going on up here is all of the clean vocals that I already recorded. I have them frozen because with a bunch of delay and reverb, it'll freeze my computer and it'll fart and it'll suck and everything will crash and it won't be fun. But down here we have all of the things for the screaming and the stuff. So the main vocal will be what we'll be doing most of the heavy lifting here, with a bunch of processing and all that fun jazz. And then I have layer tracks that are panned appropriately. There's one that is panned at 69. That's funny because sex. And I have a separate track down here just for blez, for delay throws, because I don't feel like automating delay throws, so I just put a plugin in there. I also have this thing down here called Vocal Effects Dry Swells. What's that, you ask? Well, it's reverse vocal swells that I made myself out of my voice. You can hear it right now. So yeah, I made those and I might use them. We'll see. Maybe not. But let's hear some of what I got so far and what I plan on doing. I think this track I'm going to probably blend a lot of the clean singing with pitch screaming and or just screams, but I don't know, a lot of the work's already done, but I'm going to add a lot more. I think I'm going to build like a vocal, like metal choir, because there's a lot of that in this Sam Smith song. So we'll kind of see what I can do.
Lucky, lucky girl, she got married to a boy like you. She'd kick you out if she ever knew about all the you tell me.
So in that little gap there, I think I'm going to add some kind of vocal effect. So let's fuck around with that. Let's do it as a scream, because it'll be fun that way. Be a pig squeal. Let's try that. I'm gonna chop the shit out of this. That's not really exactly what I was gonna do, but I'll probably end up tossing this in a effects track later, but just so we got it and so you can fucking hear this stupid shit.
You tell me that you do.
That's fine. Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave this verse mostly alone, but let's get to the chorus, and I think I'm gonna do pitch screaming over top, but I gotta try it out first. Maybe I should add the click track so that all of you don't think I don't know what I'm doing.
Mommy don't know that he's getting on at the body shop, doing something unholy. He said,
I think we're gonna do that and just layer the absolute fucking shit out of it.
Mommy don't know that he's getting on at the body shop, doing something unholy. He sat back while she trumpet it. She be popping it. Yeah, she put it down slowly.
Probably gonna add some fat layers to that, left and right, some stereo pan stuff.
Body shop, doing something unholy. Yeah, she put it down slowly.
Let's hear what those kind of sound like.
Doing something unholy.
So to really make this sound huge, I think what I'm going to do for this layer 4, which is the widest pan one at 91 left and right, I'll probably just like run through the entire main line and make it sound even fatter. Just because we are trying to create like a choir effect. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it properly, but we're going to at least try.
Mommy don't know that he's getting on at the body shop, doing something unholy. He sat back while she tried it.
Said the wrong word. Happens often. So before I said I was going to do the wide pan on these doubled vocals, but I think instead I'm going to do it for the added layers.
Doing something unholy. He sat back while she trumpeting, she be popping it. Yeah, she put it down slowly.
Now we're gonna do my least favorite part of the song, which is this OEOEO part. When I sang it, I had to do basically fucking yodeling because I couldn't really transition between the octave. I'll show it to you.
He left his kids at home, so he could get that.
So that's that yodel shit. We're gonna basically redo that, but with screaming instead. Or I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might do a low and let the layers do a lot of the melodic heavy lifting. Yeah, that sounds indistinguishable. All right, let's layer that with a similar low. All right, now we're going to layer that with some pitch screaming to give it some more melodic context so that I don't have to boost the shit out of the clean singing ones. Otherwise, we're going to have a sonic nightmare. Man, I kind of hate that. I might have to do the main as something higher so it cuts a bit better. I like the low, but it's not really doing what I want it to do. I think that might be more suited to the part, but we'll keep the low layers in there because it'll make it sound fat as shit. This next part, I'm not too sure where I want to go with this vocally because I don't mind how it is right now, but I do think doing a similar thing that I did in the chorus, layering that main with a pitch scream or fucking something gross would probably be best. So I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit. Make sure you save.
Daddy, if you wanna got me brother, got me meow, got Rihanna. He always got me cause I know it comes from Flamland. He got me brother, got me meow like Rihanna. He always got me cause I never cause no drama.
I'm gonna have to triple layer that. Maybe it's just because I'm dumb and I don't know the way to actually process these types of pitch screamings, but like I can't do any kind of Melodyne to these because Melodyne cannot read them at all. So like I have like no pitch correction plugins going for these pitch screams. I just kind of have to hope that I nail it or just do it a bunch of times until I get it. So it's fucking hard, but I like doing them. They're really cool.
They got me brother, got me meow like Rihanna.
I think I'm gonna do like not call and response, but on all the like focal lines when I go up the octave, I think I'm gonna double those and just those. So like the Prada, Mew Mew, Rihanna.
They got me Prada, got me meow like Rihanna.
Of course, I'm not gonna do Nick dirty and just make him fucking edit all of my takes. Like when I'm done here, I'm gonna go through where there's like a bunch of gaps, as you can see, and chop them up and take the breaths out so that he doesn't have to do all the fucking hard work for me. So if you're ever doing features for somebody, I recommend doing this so you don't give them a brain aneurysm. Really what I do, like when I'm doing multiple recordings like this, is I want to give whoever is mixing, if it's Nick or whoever, more options than they need as opposed to less. I want to give them a ton of vocal files so that if they want to pick and choose from different takes or, you know, use wide layering or just use a single take, they have that option instead of me just doing one and then they have to come back to me being like, oh, we need more. Well, now you have it, so.
Right when you want it, baby, I know I got you covered. And when you need it, baby, just jump out of the covers.
Dope. So you know also what I was kind of saying before about, you know, the pitch screaming being hard to like really nail. A little tip, a little trick that I do quite often because I'm not that great is with the singing stuff, it's mostly always going to be on pitch. So if I'm doing the pitch screaming stuff and you layer it together, it does make it kind of sound kind of like perfectly in tune, but with a little bit more grit. It's like, I don't know, just a nice little tool, a little tip from the trade of the tool doing the. All right, we're going to try two things. We're going to try like a long held out thing, but I don't want to do the whole solo because then I would you know, fucking damper Nick's light while he shreds. I'm going to do that, or I'm going to try a bleh, and then we'll see what makes the final take whenever Nick feels like dropping this.
Something unholy.
Let's just try the bleh. All right, let's throw some processing on that. And it blahs forever. Just mute that. What I think I'm going to do for the beginning of this song, since it has like that choir thing, is I'm probably just going to chop the first half of the chorus and just use that, and then probably after some processing, I'll figure it out with Nick. We'll add like a ton of reverb and crazy shit to it to really make it sound like a fucking crazy demonic choir. But let's chop that up for now and see what we can do.
Mommy don't know Daddy's getting on at the body shop, doing something unholy. Don't know Daddy's getting on at the body shop, doing something unholy.
That's pretty cool. It'll probably sound way different by the time we finish it, but I think the last thing I'm going to do is just add a fucking yeah or something. It's totally unnecessary. All right, so that's going to do it for this. Going to maybe do a few more tinkering things. I got to edit all those takes that have breaths and whatnot, but thank you, Nick, for having me on this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully people like it. Maybe they won't. I have no idea. Thanks, y'all.